We're getting the RZR ready for King of the Hammers this year. And so on today's list, we're gonna do 35-inch tires, an MTS limit strap kit, and an updated clutch kit from Aftermarket Assassins to take 35-inch tires. We're gonna get to work on pulling tires off and sending them to the tire shop to get them swapped over. And in the meantime, I'm gonna do the clutch kit and the limit strap kit. All right, so essentially, to run 35s, you need to do the high load helix that's gonna go in the secondary. And then I'm gonna reweight the primary. So I'll put these magnets, they're gonna go in all of these to reweight it, basically to allow for, son of a, basically so that it can take the load of 35-inch tires. So I'm gonna get started on pulling the clutches off and pulling the belt out and putting the new helix in. Always gotta make sure that you get all your shims. Always make sure. Okay, so I got the new high load helix installed. This is the old one. They look the same, but if you can see that the way that this is cut out, they're different. Don't ask me what that does, I have no idea, to be honest with you. I just know that this one is better for 35-inch tires, sand tires, mud, whatever. This is more for like a race setup, and it's not gonna work with 35s. So now, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna start taking the primary apart. So I'm gonna pull this off so that I can get the new weights on all the clutch arms. And then the clutch will be done. I got the clutch kit all back together, or the clutches all back together. The new clutch kit's in. I reweighted these. I was struggling to find information on the weights. I couldn't find my old chart. I eventually found the old chart for the right weights for 35s and the high load helix. So if anyone's wondering, this thing's on a stage 3 tune with 35-inch tires and the high load helix, and your weights are gonna be 225. Basically, I just added one weight on the second slot, I believe. And then got the helix in here. So all this is back, put together, done. I still gotta put the shock back on. But now we're gonna come up to the front and we're gonna put in some MTS limit straps. So we'll get these all put together. They come with super nice brackets. So I'm gonna work on putting those up. These things look sweet. One thing I might add is doing these limit straps. They mount to the lower sway bar and they go up in here somewhere. There's a bracket for it. But I don't run an upper or a front sway bar on this car because I like to rock crawl and I'd rather not be limited. So I'm gonna take the factory sway bar links and I'm just gonna cut the ends off and use them in the, how do I explain it? Use them in the tabs on the lower control arm so I don't have to like make a spacer or find a spacer. I'm just gonna cut them off here, and if I need to replace them later, I will.
So, Dylan's been yelling at me to film videos for you guys, and then when I go to film, he makes me nervous, or he makes fun of me. But that's a heel film. Yeah, probably. Disregard what I said about cutting this, because MTS is nice enough to supply you with a spacer if you're not running a sway bar. So I'm not cutting anything, and thank God that they do that, because I didn't want to do that anyways.
Okay, so this is the next morning. I just spent the morning kind of cleaning up and stuff, and last thing I saw is I threw the new wheels and tires on it. So it's currently on 35-inch Nittos. They're stickies, so they'll do great in the rocks, but also do good in the desert. Here's the limit strap kit. It's kind of hard to see in there, but that all buttoned up and adjusted. It was kind of hard to film that just because it's such a tight area, so I time-lapsed what I could. MTS actually makes a very good install video. I'm sure you saw in the time-lapse, that's what I was watching to install it, but everything's done and basically ready to go. I got to do some maintenance on it, but I'm gonna probably go take this thing out for a little rip and just see how the 35s and the new clutch kit do out in the street.
This guy's about to get body damage at my house.